After delivering yet another fantastic quarter, Nvidia's management team is extremely confident. In fact, you're going to be a little bit surprised to hear what Nvidia's CEO had to say in response to some Wall Street questions. So let's take a look at what this CEO is saying amidst this boom in artificial intelligence and a surge in revenue and profits for Nvidia.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy
Right,
now.
so in response to a question from Goldman Sachs, where the analyst asks, I'm curious how your expectations for calendar year 2024 and 2025 have evolved over the past 90 days. And if you're not aware, over the last 90 days, expectations from not EV, but AI companies have been absolutely soaring. Demand from enterprises and institutions that are purchasing and trying to implement AI across the board have been much better than expected. That's right, better than expected. And already AI was booming in 2023. So in the last 3 months, it's gotten even better. So Goldman Sachs understandably wants to know more about what's going on, right? How great could this market get? How much more could this market improve? And the CEO had some surprising comments to say, saying, fundamentally, the conditions are excellent for continued growth. Calendar year 2024, 2025, and beyond even. We're at the beginning of two industry-wide transitions. The first one is from general computing to accelerated computing, and that's where Nvidia has positioned itself to thrive from that transition. Nvidia helps enterprises boost their accelerated computing, and that's where enterprises have been focused on given the increase in demand to implement AI. So that's one of the reasons why Nvidia is thriving as much as it is, and that's what the CEO is saying here. Moving on, he says, with accelerated computing, you can dramatically improve your energy efficiency. You can dramatically improve your cost in data processing by 20 to 1. Huge numbers, right? 20 to 1 improve your cost in data processing. And you're beginning to understand why companies are willing to invest billions of dollars in these AI capabilities because, and here he's talking about specific characteristics of AI, data processing, etc., etc. But if you zoom out and you look at the big picture, it's the return on investment. A company is willing to spend $1 billion with Nvidia because they feel good that they're going to get more than $1 billion in value. They spend $1 billion and they're going to get back something like 1.5 billion, maybe 2 billion, maybe 3 billion back in terms of value, both in terms of increased revenue, perhaps from better sales throughout their organization, and through cost savings by lowering their cost to serve their customers. So that's why enterprises have been eager and aggressive in investing in artificial intelligence. He goes on to say, you can't do generative AI on traditional general purpose computing. You have to accelerate it, meaning you have to go where accelerated computing is. And guess who has the dominant market share in that industry? It's Nvidia. So we now have a new type of data center that is about AI generation, an AI generation factory. And you've heard me describe it as AI factories. But basically, it takes raw material, which is data, it transforms it with these AI supercomputers that NVIDIA built, and it turns them into incredibly valuable tokens. These tokens are basically what people experience on ChatGPT or Midjourney or any of these other AI offerings. So it takes data and turns it into valuable pieces of information. It transforms data into actionable intelligence, and that's what companies really need. They have troves of data, right? Imagine all the data that's generated every day. There's an abundance of data. But what's been lacking is the connection between the data into actionable intelligence, to intelligence that's resulting in either profit, in increase in revenue or in reduction in cost. And so this is where large language models have stepped in and filled that gap and really built a bridge to build that gap between those two forces. And that's unleashing this incredible demand from enterprises to build these large language models and build these AI capabilities so that they can gain intelligence from all of the data that they have so they can better serve their customers. And thus far, the return on investment has been incredible and they keep spending, and Nvidia remains optimistic throughout not just 2024, not just 2025, but beyond, the CEO is saying. So in reference to the big chunk of revenue, 40% of revenue that's coming from inference, the CEO saying when you run the internet, the news, the videos, the music, the products that are being recommended to you, because the internet has, as you know, trillions, I don't know how many trillions of things out there, but your phone is only 3 inches squared, right? You've got to be able to have excellent recommender systems to bring you to surface that piece of content, that product, that news article that you're most likely to engage with. And so those recommender systems used to all be based on CPU approaches. But now the GPUs are in every single step of a recommender system. So Nvidia has basically come in and revolutionized that market and changed it from a CPU primary base to a GPU primary base, where Nvidia has the bulk of the market share. And as you know, a recommender system is the single largest software engine on the planet. Almost every major company in the world has to run on these large recommender systems. And that's true, right? You're probably watching this video on YouTube. The reason YouTube probably surfaced my video to you is because it thought that you would enjoy this video based on all of the information that YouTube has gathered about your viewing habits. It surfaced my video to you. Now you're watching it and YouTube is signaling that, okay, this was a good match. We surfaced this video to this person and the person clicked and the person is watching the video. That means it was a good match. We will remember this information. So in the future, when this person makes a video, we will surface it again to this other person that's viewing the video. So that match is created and you are watching the video and you're spending more time on YouTube. That's what YouTube primarily aims to do, to surface content for you to watch that you will enjoy. There's, I don't know how many millions of pieces of video on YouTube right now. It needs to be really good at surfacing the content that you're most likely to watch, right? And to do that, it needs to use its large recommender system to bring you that content that you're most likely to engage with. And if it gets better at doing that and you spend more time on YouTube, then YouTube will make more money, because then that's more opportunity for YouTube to show advertisements. So it's mission critical for YouTube to be able to do that. So of course it would be willing to spend money on Nvidia's GPUs if that recommender system is better than what it used to do based on CPUs. And that's where Nvidia is absolutely thriving and sales are exploding because of that transition. None of these, the CEO says, none of these existed a year ago. This is 100% new business. 100% new business. So you can start to understand how Nvidia is thriving and why Nvidia's CEO is so optimistic about the business given these revolutionary changes that it stands to benefit from. Did you know that over 90% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribed? It'll really help support my channel if you hit that subscribe button. And oh, by the way, one of the benefits of being subscribed is that I take requests from subscribers more often than I do from non-subscribers. So if you prefer that benefit, please subscribe to the channel.